Hello, Alda. Hope it helped in some way or another. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Oh, I needed that coffee. My hands are freezing. Just let the dog out and it's cold out there today. Mind you, probably cold where you are as well, Tanya. Now, I think you seem to be queen of the goddesses at the moment. I seem to have been a bit of a lull at the moment. Still, I'm here to help everybody else. Doesn't matter about me, I can wait. Oh, nice. I do like snow. We haven't had it bad here since 2018. Well, in the part of the country that I'm in the UK. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we haven't got any over here, have we, Alda? Thank you, my lovely. No, never been to. The only place I've been in Europe is France. Well, Paris. God, that was back in 1989. And Spain in 2010. Yeah, they're the only two mainland places in Europe I've been to. I've been to like Cyprus, Rhodes, Corfu, Mallorca, Tenerife, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria. I've been to the islands, but not actually to mainland. Places. Yes. No, not been to Africa. My husband's been to Africa, Zimbabwe. His brother used to live there back in the 80s. He's been to Bye Alda, my lovely. He's been to Hungary with work. There was somebody somewhere else. Oh, I can't remember where it was. Nearer Germany sort of thing. So he's done more of Europe than I have. Yeah, just not the mainland really, more the islands for summer holidays. Well, usually go in November when it's my birthday, so I've been away for a few years though. Last time went away was Cyprus in 2017. Hello, Addison, my lovely. Yeah, we do. I think we both lost the will to live. Thank you. Well, as it's quiet, may as well do a little airing of the cards. Sifting them out. Haven't done it all week. Not a channeled message, not like the big channeled message because it's too big and it cost more than the live chat ones because there's less cards. And also it's always best with the it's always best, Kai, to have a channeled message as a recorded video. Then you can listen to it lots and play it back lots as well. No, Ramadana, because if we open up the free questions, we're going to get flooded with free questions. And I did free questions last night, and I will be doing them again on Saturday. It's in the description box. One of the moderators can copy it because I can't. Addison's very good at showing you the prices. When I copy it, my end, it doesn't pick it up, if you get what I mean. There's a 6 card. There you go. Thank you, Addison. You might need to do the link, Addison, for payment as well if she's not seeing the description box. Thank you. Can't remember what number 3. Oh, yes, I remember what number 3 was. Okay. Okay, what's your question, Kai? Usually just, you know, if it is about a specific person, what is their initial or star sign and whether you're in contact or no contact. Always helps. Yeah, just put your specific person's initial and whether you're in contact or no contact, my lovely. Okay, yeah, he definitely seems to be tied up about something here. Okay, he is still feeling, he's still focusing on the negative. Okay, so we're still worrying about the future here in his energy. So yes, he is blowing hot and cold. But Spirit is saying you are on the right pathway with this. However, you still have a little way to go. You're not through the woods yet. So looking at your energy, you are trapping yourself here. You know, you do want him, but then you've still got the old story going around in your head. So Spirit is saying in your resistance and doubts, you know, be strong here. Okay, be strong, because when I ask them what you need to do, they're saying it's your seed that you're planting. Your emotional security is in your hands. See the roots coming out of this pentacle here. Okay, so with beauty, yes, he finds you beautiful, but when you look at your own reflection, are you seeing yourself as beautiful? Are you seeing yourself as attractive? Are you seeing yourself as important, valuable, a priority, chosen, pursued? Do you see yourself as being first best, or are you only seeing yourself as second best? Okay, there is some still old story that you've got, my lovely. Okay, so if you don't change the old story in your thoughts, because what you think and feel about yourself, what you think and feel about him, and what you think and feel about the relationship, and what you want him to think and feel about you is very important, because we're all attached by energy. Your person is not separate from you. In your conscious awareness, everybody you know is just acting the part you've given them. So if you don't change the story in your head to, we are in a loving relationship, he only has eyes for me, he is happy to be in a committed loving relationship with me, if that's what you want, you might not. just, you need to change the story that you've got in your head, because if you don't, and you keep seeing him as the old version of him, and you looking at the relationship as the old story, it will go back and it will stay the same. Hence the fact that he's come back, but you haven't changed the story or yourself. Okay, so when you don't do that, you're not able to sustain and maintain the relationship, because he will just trigger you again. You're just seeing the old him come back. Okay, so you need to change the story. So really have a look at how you see yourself in this relationship. Well, I am important. I'm prioritized. I'm the love of his life. I'm, a goddess queen, simply the best, everything beautiful. Why the hell wouldn't he want to be with me? He's only got eyes for me. He's not interested in anybody else. Okay, we're truly, madly, deeply in love with each other. When you think about him, how do you see him? Are you moaning and complaining about him? Are you seeing him as the old version of him, the one who ghosted you, the one who hurt you, the one who did whatever they did? You can't have that story going around, or else he will continue to play that part. Okay, so change it to, he is my loving, doting, loyal, affectionate, faithful partner, boyfriend. We are in a happy, solid relationship. We are so in love with each other. We are totally committed to each other. Okay, we live happily and blissfully together. Okay, I know you don't yet, but see yourself as already living together, and it will happen. So if he's come back and you're still being triggered by him, you need to work on your self-concept, because nobody else is here to make you feel happy, whole, complete, and loved. As Spirit always says, and I know all of you have heard me say this, you're going to be sick of hearing it, but relationships are like recipes. You're the main ingredients. You're the high quality cuts of meat and vegetables. Anybody else, family, friends, lovers, work colleagues, or whatever, they are all just spices or seasoning. They're extra things to enhance your dish. So others are here to enhance your life. They're like a bonus in your life, but you're the prize. You're the main ingredients. So taking people off your pedestal for a start. When we put people on a pedestal, we start making them a priority above ourselves, we lose our self-concept, because we don't take care of our own well-being, because we are always trying to people please. So there's lots of things here that basically what's happened is the two of you can be together, but you haven't changed the old story. Okay, you've just pined for him while he's been gone. Maybe after a while, depending on how long you've been in no contact, you got on with your life, but you didn't really change you, and you didn't change how you see him or the relationship to how you want it to be, because your thoughts create, my lovely. So change the story to how you want it to be. I do have another channel which you can find in the description box, or I do have a Get Them Back playlist. I know he's back, but he's not playing the part you want him to play yet, because there's videos in there from my other channel, so you can get to my channel that way. You just need to change your story. Be strong. You're on the right path, but you need to make sure that you see yourself as good enough, deserving enough, a goddess queen. Why the hell wouldn't he want to be with me? I'm attractive, I'm beautiful. Having your self-concept, a lot of us don't. We get up every morning, we look in the mirror and go, oh my God, why do I have small boobs? Why does my skin look like this? Why am I only 5 foot nothing? Why? And we straight away are putting ourselves down. Then we go around in that inner dialogue all day, putting ourselves down. Oh, he didn't choose me, he doesn't want to be with me, blah, 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 blah. So just change the, I've got a whole other channel on that probably Addison will very kindly link for you. Go and watch it. Because I mention it all the time on this channel. So that's why Spirit is saying it's in your hands. Okay, it's in your hands. You can always book a mentoring session with me, a one-to-one session, Skype or FaceTime, to get round it quicker than you trawling through all the videos. But that is your choice, my lovely. In that, when you do a mentoring session with me, I always email you a load of affirmations, new things for you to talk to yourself about, to say in your head instead of all the old stuff. So going through what your old story is, why you're having that old story, why you still have it, and then giving you a new story, a new computer program, if you like, to put into your subconscious mind, because you're creating what happens in your reality. Yeah, so when you work on yourself, you don't get triggered. Okay, you don't get triggered because you aren't that vulnerable person anymore. You know how it works. So I explain how the human mind works, how we're all energy, and why everyone is you pushed out. Basically, people in your reality that you are consciously aware of, like your family, your friends, your work colleagues, your partner, is you're giving them a part to play based on your thoughts about them and yourself and the relationship. Men overall, previous relationships. Okay, some of my clients, even how they see women. In their head, they're so fixated that other women are prettier than them, that their partner is bound to go off with them. And their partner does. All their boyfriends do, because that is their assumption, their programming. So it's up to you, my lovely. Yeah, okay. Right, Danielle. Okay, Danielle, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at what you've put. Because that ties in with your reading the other day, Danielle, about how you haven't worked enough on your self-concept. My lovely, it can take months to work on your self-concept. You're basically killing off your old personality so that you're not triggered. That's why I say self-concept is vital, because you manifested what you wanted in him, but he's still triggering you. And it's all because you're not in your self-concept enough. Okay, so let's have a look at what Spirit says to you for today, Danielle. Right, the first thing I would do, Danielle, is revise it. Okay, you can revise it, but you've got to revise that story when you're going to bed. As you're falling asleep, I want you to go up to the point where just before things start to turn nasty. Okay, or even before, if it was a telephone conversation or face to face. Okay, go back, you can revise it. So instead of having an argument, you had a lovely evening together, or you had a lovely telephone conversation and you left it where he said, if it was a telephone conversation, you imagine the beautiful telephone conversation you wanted. And then at the end, you hear him saying, I love you. I will talk to you soon. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Leave it at that. If it was face to face, then if you spent the night together in your revision scene, or he just stayed for the evening, okay, he again hugged you, gave you a kiss, left and said, I love you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so you can revise. Revision is very strong, Danielle. Okay, so you can do that. Don't feel guilty, my lovely. It's your reality. You can't mess it up. Okay, because you're the one writing the story, so you can change the story. So the first thing I would do to make you feel better is to revise the scene to how you would have wanted it to be. Okay, by doing what I've just said. So let's look at this, because what will happen when you do that, 9 times out of 10, your person will automatically either forget that it ever happened, okay, or they will be apologizing, even though it was you. Okay, so let's see what Spirit's advice is here today. Were you arguing about third parties again, Danielle? Because I know that was on your mind. So what did I say? If you keep focusing on it, you're going to get triggered. Okay. Why are you why would you write your story where your person is with somebody else when you are the goddess queen, simply the best and everything beautiful? And your person only has eyes for you. He's not interested in anybody else. You just haven't stuck to your new reprogramming, which is showing that you're still insecure and you've still got jealous issues to work from. Okay, it's not just from this specific person. It can be from other things that have happened over the years. Okay. No, it's showing me in his energy that that's what the argument was about. Okay. If you get caught on it so blindingly, Danielle, that he will cheat on you, because that's the part you've given him. Okay. It doesn't mean it's all lost though, because you have to accept responsibility. Fuck my life. I could not stop thinking that he's going to go off with somebody else, and he did. So my bad. I wrote him the storyline. I have to take ownership for it because he has to play the part I've given him. Okay, so now I know that I've really got to work on my self-concept so that I don't keep going into these jealous rages. I don't feel insecure within myself. And then I will get him back in the version I want him to be. Okay, your person cannot change if you don't change the story, and you're not changing the story. You haven't changed yourself, so you're still blowing around like tumbleweed. You're not secure. You're not positive enough and confident enough within yourself. Because if you were, you would not be jealous and insecure about other women. Because like I say, why the fuck would he want to be with somebody else? I'm everything beautiful. I'm the fucking goddess queen. Okay? Like I say, I've had about 5 mentoring clients where they've got their person back probably about 10 times, because they just were so desperate in getting the relationship back on track that they didn't work on their self-concept. So every time the person came back, a couple of weeks later or a couple of days later or a couple of months later, it fell apart again because the client got triggered. They hadn't worked on their self-concept. You can't brush over that bit. You can attract anybody back to you, but whether you keep them or not is another matter if you haven't worked on your self-concept. Yeah, and he's showing you your obsession with the third party created negative Nancy to come back. Okay, remember, his energy is a reflection of your energy. So basically, his higher self is saying, you blew this out the water. You created this with your negative Nancy about a third party because of your jealousy and insecurities. Okay, so it's really showing me that that's what it's about here. Okay, well, we know what it's about, and we know that that is what he is thinking about you. Probably, oh, here we go, jealous again. Thought she was doing all right. Here we go. Right, so let's look at you here. Because you're the one that needs to change the story, my lovely. Yeah, you still have this anxiety within you that he's still going to hurt you. So you're, in effect, you're looking for ways in your 3D to prove a point that he's going to hurt you. So again, you haven't worked enough on your self-concept, and you haven't ironed out the old story enough. Okay, you came at it from, right, okay, I want him to start loving me so that I can feel better. Let me be good for a couple of weeks on my mental diet. Oh, he came back, but you didn't do the groundwork. You didn't lay the foundations, my lovely. That's all it's saying, which doesn't matter. Okay, you can still do it. Yeah. With this death card, death and rebirth, look at death's face. He's seeing the future within. That's why you've got to change the story within, my lovely. Yeah, you've got to release that judgment. Judging yourself, judging him, judging the relationship. Okay, you've got to release that judgment, sweetheart. Yeah, it's your decision here. This chariot driver, he's not really driving the chariot. He's just like free surfing it, if you like, and he's about to jump. Is he going to jump on the positive horse and be a positive Pam, or is he going to go on the negative horse, negative Nancy? Well, you've been jumping on the negative Nancy bus, okay, on the negative Nancy horse. So Spirit is saying, again, this comes down to your choice of where you dwell more in your story, and you're dwelling back in the old story. Okay, as Spirit says, how can you have a, you can't ask for a happy, loving relationship, solid, committed, loyal relationship, if you are still focusing on the old version of him. You can change the version of him. Remember, you're not changing him, you're changing you to how you see him. So at the moment, he's come back, but you're like, as soon as he does something, like you said, a dating app or whatever, in my self-concept, okay, I know that I'm strong enough to say, if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, well, no, that's just an old story playing out. He doesn't go on dating apps. He doesn't need to go on dating apps. Why the fuck would he? I'm a goddess queen. Okay, I'm the priority. I'm important, etc., etc. I know I'm good enough. So it wouldn't have triggered me, because I would have just kept affirming in my head that, and then he would eventually have just turned around one day and said, you know, he either deleted the app, or I don't need this, I really love you, blah 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 blah. Okay, see what I mean? But you kept feeding that. Your jealousy kept coming in, and your insecurities. Instead of turning the story around, you still reacted. And that's what I mean. You've got to deal with your self-concept. Right, so let's look at something else here. Yeah, you're too suspicious of him. So again, if you don't drop that old story and change him change your thoughts about him, he's always going to be up to something in your movie. That's the part you've written him, my lovely. So I'm not saying he is. What I'm saying is he will always be like that if you do not correct your thoughts about him. If you can't, then let him go. Okay, some of my clients, they just can't. Okay, because they've got too much of an assumption and belief about that person that they can't change it. Okay, so you've got those two options. You either change the story about him, that he's loyal and faithful and committed to you, or you just have to bite the bullet and say, look, I can't change him in my story. However much I want to, I've got to work on myself and my insecurities and my jealousy, because the next person you meet, the same thing's going to play out, my lovely, because that is your assumption about either men or about the partners you have. Let me just see where Carmen is. Carmen, you're next, my lovely, after Danielle's reading. I will try and sort of... Don't forget, you can always come back. We're at about 48 minutes, so if you look for your reading about 50 minutes into the video, you'll find it then, Carmen. And Tanya had hot and cold behavior from her person. She just changed her self-concept about herself, stopped needing her person, and within 3 weeks he changed and they've been loved up ever since. Wendy has had hot and cold behavior from her person for, how long have I known you, Wendy? 2 years? And he finally has started showing up how she wants him to, because she's changed her story about him. Yeah, you'll always sort of look at these two cards where they're looking out of the window wanting more. So if you don't work on your self-concept, loving yourself, Danielle, you will always be chasing love and you'll always be disappointed. Because you're in effect saying to your person, I need you to change and to love me so that I feel better and I feel loved. Sun Spirit is saying you can look out the window and look out to the sea for as long as you like. Okay, but you're not going anywhere. You'll just stay in that I'm stuck. Nobody loves me, okay? I can't find a guy who's faithful to me, because you've got that deep-rooted story, sweetheart. You haven't blown anything. Like I say, if it was me, I'd go to bed. I'd be like, right, kick up the ass to myself. Note to oneself, let's revise this first of all. Okay, you might have to do it a couple of nights where so that you do it at night, but then in the day, you cannot go back to what actually happened. You have to bring in your new story. So you have to keep thinking about your news story until it feels right, okay? Till it feels like, yeah, that's what actually happened. Then start working on your self-concept. Remember, you don't need to say anything to him. Just keep your mouth shut and don't say anything. Just change him in your head. Yeah, you just get locked up in your own negative thoughts here. You imprison yourself in your own mental prison. Yeah, because ignore the card, what it says on here, religious things and spiritual upbringing. It might be things from your past, okay? You might have had parents who divorced or whatever, okay? So you've had the impact of that from an early age as well, seeing somebody go off with somebody else or whatever. But this basically is because of your insecurities about third parties. Yeah. And Spirit is confirming that as well. Okay. But they're saying, yes, you can have this relationship. Okay. But you press the self-destruct button too often. So you need to work on that. Let's just round this one up. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, look at you with the door locked. You've still got some healing to do and some story to change within yourself, my lovely. So really working on your self-concept. It's not about your person. You don't even have to affirm for your person. When you shift in your energy, your person will know. Yeah. Spirit is saying here, you see this lock on the prison bars? Well, you're the key. When you have the realization that you're the one who's the key to your future and nobody else, then you will have the freedom from your mental thoughts and your mental imprisonment. Okay, so get back on your mental diet, my lovely, because he can't change if you've still got a shitty version of him. He will just prove you right time and time again, whatever story you're giving him. So if you're giving him the story of being a loving boyfriend, he dotes on you, he's only got eyes for you, he's happy to be in a committed relationship with you, he spoils you absolutely rotten, he makes you a priority, he thinks about you all day long, blah, 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 is how you want him to be. How do you want yourself to be? I'm important, I'm prioritized, I'm beautiful, I'm first best, I'm always chosen, I'm pursued. Okay, when you think about the relationship, we're in a loving, committed relationship. Okay, we are happily and blissfully together. If you keep going back to the old story, you can't expect to see any changes. You know, as well, Spirit is saying, you know, how would you like it if the roles were reversed? If he was dead jealous of you, okay, you would get like, get off my back, man, for fuck's sake. Okay, just stop nagging at me all the time. I can't be doing with your temper tantrums. You would get fed up with it. So how do you think he's feeling? Purely because of the role that you've given him. Okay, we'll do that. That's only the first step. Okay, that's just the first step. You can't do it tonight and then wake up tomorrow and see no change and then go, well, fuck me, that didn't work. You've got to persist in that new story. You've got to really blank out the old, what happened, and that is the new story, is what happened. Okay. No, I'm not saying you don't give him any reason, but imagine if it was the other way round. Okay, if he was jealous of you, how would you feel if you hadn't done anything wrong? Okay. My lovely, he is only playing the part you've given him. So whether you were a jealous person before he came along, with other men, or from something from childhood, or just your own insecurities, okay, then it doesn't matter if he goes out of your life and somebody else comes in. Okay. Doesn't matter about star signs, my lovely. That is just something people believe in, okay? I used to be hell-bent on star signs, and I'm a Scorpio. But I've worked on my self-concept, and now I'm not a jealous person. Scorpios are renowned for being jealous. We're all renowned for being jealous. If you look at everybody's star sign, we're all a bit of every star sign, my lovely. So I don't delve into star signs anymore, because everything in my reality is held by what I assume to be true and what I believe in. So I don't want to believe in that anymore. So I don't, therefore it doesn't impact my life. But Danny, self-concept is vital. You cannot carry on this if you are not in your self-concept. Right, Carmen. Okay. Right, Carmen, I'm not sure if you've gone back to work or whether you're here. Oh. Okay. Oop. Yeah, okay. Right, in his energy, wanting things to be more secure, okay? Wanting things to be more secure between you. There may be, the Pentacles for me is both. It's emotional security and financial security. So it's coming out because it's a love reading as emotional security, wanting to offer you something more, but he may be worrying about finances as well. He does see some obstacles still in the way between you, but overall, he's wanting things to be calmer and more peaceful between you here. Now, between you here, you can have your Ten of Pentacles, okay? Your all the emotional security that you want with him. But you really do need to, like with Danielle, yes, like you say, work on yourself here, okay? And I'll explain these three cards. So endings, the old story has to end. Dead, buried, throw it out of the trash, bury it, burn it, okay? You cannot have a happy, loving relationship if you're still in the old story or the old version of you and him. Release, okay? Don't bother about release your ex because you're not releasing him, but release the ex version of him, but clear your energy. We are spiritual beings, my lovely, so we are energy. So your thoughts, your feelings, okay, and your thoughts, your feelings, and your spoken word are all energy. But unfortunately, with our human body, we have our ego. Negative Nancy. Okay, from the minute we wake up in the morning to the minute we go to sleep, we start having an inner dialogue with ourselves. Okay, again, we get up, we look in the mirror, fuck my life. Look at how I look today. As you know, God, I look like I'm 80, or look at my skin, I've erupted in zits, or my boobs are small, oh, I'm so fat, or I'm so skinny, or whatever. We tend to put ourselves down more than we look in the mirror and go, morning, beautiful, okay? Then we have those inner chatter with other people in our head. We have that chatter about ourselves, oh, but what if they think this about me? We spend most of our times as humans in our ego, okay? What do other people think and feel about me? Instead of, no, what do I think and feel about myself? I'm fucking amazing. I'm unique for a start. I'm special. I'm amazing. I am beautiful. I am attractive. Why would I put myself down in my own movie? Because everybody in your conscious awareness is just playing the part you've given them. Okay, so Spirit is saying you definitely need to work on your self-concept more and release the old energy that is not serving you. Okay. Why hasn't it happened? Because of your twin flame connection to this. Okay. Now, when I first started up this channel back in December 2018, I was very big into twin flame. And then about 6 months of me doing that, 6 months of me doing that, Archangel Michael came in and said, stop using the twin flame. Okay, and I was like, why? And he was like, because it's fucking people up. The spiritual law is the law of assumption. One of the laws of the law of assumption is one of the spiritual laws, and that which you assume to be true and believe in is what you're going to get 100%. So he said, when people read about a twin flame, they're seeing runner chaser. So what do they believe in? That one of you is a runner. So what does that mean? If you're assuming that one of you is the runner, you're always going to run from each other. Okay, so how can you ever catch each other up? That's your assumption. They're the runner or I'm the runner. So he told me, you don't have to label it. Okay, if your heart desires somebody, they're there for you to have. You don't need to put a label on it. Remember, everything is held in your reality by what you believe in and what you assume to be true and your limiting beliefs. Like with Danielle, you just automatically, oh, she's a jealous person, she must be a Scorpio, or I wonder if she's a Scorpio. Well, she wasn't. Okay, so that is your assumption that most jealous people are Scorpios or possibly a Scorpio. You see what I mean about your assumptions about things? Right, what is your resistance and your doubts? You tend to react to the 3D more. Okay, so Spirit is saying stop looking at the 3D. The 3D is your old thoughts playing out now anyway. Your 4D within you is what's real. Your thoughts, your feelings. Okay, so what are you thinking and feeling? You have to be mindful of that, because that is what's going to get pushed out and you're going to experience it. What can you do about it? Stop worrying and stressing so much. Okay, when you worry and stress, you're causing more doubts. Doubts then turn into fears. Okay. In this time of darkness, when we're not seeing anything, it's a time to reflect. There's still life in nighttime. Okay, there's still life. There's still bats. There's still creatures that come out at night. Okay, little critters that come out at night. So Spirit is saying, just because you're not seeing anything happen at the moment, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Okay? So really working on yourself. It never matters what your person thinks and feels about you, because they're just acting the part you've given them. What do you want him to think and feel about you? We're all our own psychics, and we're all creating how people treat us by our thoughts and opinions about them, our beliefs about them, and how we react because of our own self-concept. If we've got a low self-concept, we tend to get triggered more. I used to be the same. Christ, I would rip people's heads off rather than have a decent conversation, because I always thought I was right. Well, of course I was always right, because my assumptions and beliefs means I'm right whether I'm right or wrong. Okay, you can't be wrong if you're assuming something. Okay, it's like me saying this is black and you're saying no, that is white. Okay, well, your assumption and your belief is that this is white, come hell or high water. Okay, so we could stand there arguing all day. You see what I mean? So change the story about you, work on your self-concept, work on how you see him, and work on how you see the relationship and your connection, as if you have it now. If you're looking at one day we'll be together, then you're always pushing it away from you. If you're looking at as he's the runner, I'm the chaser, he'll always run from you. You can use the twin flame label if you use it as this is a romance of a lifetime, we're obviously meant to be together. Okay? So, change your story, my lovely, and get rid of the thoughts that are not serving you. It certainly doesn't matter about your age, and you know that because you've seen other people, you know, film stars, celebrities who have been women and had a lot younger men. Okay? So stop putting yourself down, because that is your self-concept. Not thinking that you're beautiful enough or good enough or deserving of a younger person or whatever. No, if your heart desires somebody, they're yours to have, my lovely. So stop putting yourself down. Work on your self-concept. Work on changing the story regarding him. And you will see things being more peaceful between you, my lovely, because he loves you, okay? Here he is, holding that security in his hand for you, wanting more emotional security with you. So stop putting obstacles in the way, my lovely. And when I actually did look into twin flame, when I was reading stuff and I was listening to stuff on YouTube, you know what? It was too inconsistent. That's why Archangel Michael came in and said, drop the labels. If you give something a label, that is your new belief and you are stuck with that assumption, my lovely. Right. Who is next? Sorry, I'm getting a bit into mentoring here as well. Right, let me get rid of this one. Right, I've got 4 of you. I've got Steph. Oh, right, I've got, right, Steph, you've got 2. So what we got here? Oh, okay. Steph, you've said a future spouse, so I assume you haven't met anybody yet. I don't do readings like that, my lovely, because I don't get anything out regarding future people. I literally, when I do my own big readings, private readings, it is literally like the next 12 months. So for me, I'm not that type of reader. If I got out, say, a court card on here, a King of Cups, I would literally say, oh, this is somebody who's very loving. I certainly couldn't tell you what job they were going to have, when you're going to meet them, how you're going to meet them. I'm not that kind of reader. So I can refund your money, my lovely. Thank you, Carmen, my lovely. So, Steph, what do you want me to do, my lovely? I can do it as a reading that would be sort of your current energy regarding love. And Spirit will tell me whether you're going to be in a relationship or not, but they're not going to give me, I don't get the details that you're wanting. Like, you know, when am I going to meet somebody? How am I going to meet them? What are they going to look like? What are they going to be like? Are we going to live happily ever after? I don't do those kind of readings anyway, because people get married and divorced thinking that they were going to live happily ever after with that person. So I don't go that far. So let me know, Steph, whilst I'm doing Star's reading. So Star, what is your question, my lovely? Okay, I will do it after the live, my lovely. I'll flag it now so that I don't forget, and then I will refund you your 2 payments that you've made there. Okay, Star, what is your question? And Ellie, yes, you've made a payment as well. You're after Star. Ellie has put her question on the thing as well. Yes, Star, what's your question, sweetheart? Okay. Are you in contact with him or in no contact? Good. Yes, Star. Are you in contact or no contact? Okay. Okay. Right, in his energy, I'm not getting anything other than he is starting to feel more secure. Okay. He might think that you're being a little bit selfish, but take no notice of that. He certainly believes in this connection and he is feeling your meditations. Okay. It's not telling me he's going to do anything in particular because my guides don't work like that. They get quite angry sometimes at people throughout the time I've been doing readings, not just in the lives. They are like, some people use them like an 8 ball. Oh, are we going to go out tomorrow night? Or is he going to kiss me or whatever? Okay. My guides are not interested in doing readings like that. So what's he going to do next? What's he planning? Spirit aren't telling me what he's planning. However, we do have two things here. So I don't know if you've got a wedding to go to here or whether he's got a wedding coming up to go to and he might ask you along as a friend. Okay. That is one thing that did come in from me in my intuition. But overall, Spirit is saying, look, okay, yes, he might be feeling the effects of you withdrawing from him, but he is believing in the connection. Okay, he is feeling your, the crown chakra. So he's getting your downloads from you because we're connected by energy. Okay. Community. So this is showing me you're going to meet up again. Okay. It may be that Spirit is saying, look, the two of you will be in a committed relationship. Okay. A marriage is a committed relationship, even if you don't actually get married. Okay. And, just starting off more on a friends basis first than that happening. The advice for you from Spirit, though, is, again, it's your choice. Okay. Look at this chariot. Chariot is decisions. It's your choice whether to jump onto the positive horse or the negative horse. So where are your thoughts through the day? Remember, you're changing your script about him. You're rewriting your character. You're rewriting him in your movie, how you see him. Okay. He is just acting the part you've given him. So what winds him up about you? Why do you feel that way? Why are you triggered? Okay. You have to look, because it stems from you. Everybody is a reflection of you. How you show up in the world is how others are going to treat you. How you see other people is how they're going to act. Okay? So either this row here is that you might be invited to a wedding and decide to take him, or he might be invited to a wedding and ask you if you want to go. If not that, then it's just showing me that down the line, okay, you might come back into contact as like more friends, but then it takes off to something more the more you start dating again. Okay, but make sure you've changed your story and worked on your self-concept. It's your decision here. Okay? He will be back. Whenever I get this card, I know your person will be back. If it takes another 6 months, he'll be back. If it takes another year, he'll be back. Okay? When your heart desires something, it's there for you to have, so it's already done. Remember how I use the analogy of tuning in. Your energy is like a frequency. We all emit a frequency. We all emit energy. So when people are wanting a loving relationship, but they're still full of the lower vibrational frequency of anger, resentment, jealousy, sorrow, heartache, desperate, needy, grasping energy, and the old story, well, that's not tuned in to the radio frequency of love, a loving relationship. Okay, there's what's called as well a Hertz vibrational scale. So the lower vibrational energies is like the devil card. You're being played along by your ego, living in those ego lower energies. Okay? No, I'm just using that as an example. Okay, my lovely, if you believe me, I've had people, okay, who go through fits where they're like, no, I don't want him anymore. That's it. I'm not hanging around for him anymore. I'm not wasting my time. But they can't get that person out of their heart. Why? Because they're meant for you. But you have to change. It's your soul's growth to change so that you're a better person to have that loving relationship that you want. It's always your choice. If you don't want to wait around for him, you don't have to. You can walk away today. It's your choice. Okay, but if you're expecting him to change and you're not changing yourself or the story, he can't change. Because everyone is you pushed out. What you think and feel about yourself, what you think and feel about your person, and what you think they think and feel about you, and what you think and feel about the relationship is what you're going to get. And I will have Wendy clarify that, Addison clarify that, and Tanya, because they've all worked with me and they all have changed their story of their person in their heads. All the arguing, all the nagging them, all the finger wagging at them did no good. Why? Because they hadn't changed the story. It's not about you changing. Have you changed your story about him? Are you seeing him still as someone unreliable, someone who's still an arse? You're still moaning and complaining to your friends. Oh yeah, but he needs to do this and he needs to do that. Well, my lovely, he won't. Because you haven't changed the story about him in your head. There is no one to change but self. Nobody here is your savior to make you happy, whole and complete, my lovely. So it's your choice. That is the spiritual law. Okay? There is never anybody to change but self, because you're the creator of your reality and you are writing your script and the parts that people are playing in it. And obviously you have to persist for it to exist. It's not going to happen overnight. Wendy Ann changed her person. 7 months, no contact. Now they're back in contact and they've both totally changed. Okay? Good. Then just keep going. And you will see a change in him. As long as you've changed the story about him. When you think about him, are you thinking he is my loving, doting, loyal, faithful, caring, romantic boyfriend. Okay. He showers me with love and affection. He only has eyes for me. He's crazy about me. He's head over heels in love with me. I'm all he thinks about all day long. Or are you thinking he's a stubborn ass and he needs to change? Okay, there's a difference. What are you thinking about the relationship? Are you waking up every day as if you're a loving couple? Or are you waking up every day as being single star? Waiting for him to change. Waiting for him to come in and make things right. To be better. Doesn't work like that, my lovely. You're going to be waiting a long time. Right, Ellie. Sorry, my lovely. Okay, right, Ellie, looking at yours, you have the assumption he won't open up emotionally, so that's the part you've given him, so he's not going to open up emotionally, so you need to change that storyline, my lovely. He always opens up emotionally to me. He's always emotionally vulnerable when he's around me. Good, good, good. Then keep going, star. You will see a shift. Sorry, Ellie, what was your person's initials? Aries. He's an Aries, right? Yeah, he's definitely had the children have been his main priority at the moment. But he does think very positively. When he thinks about you, he has nice, loving thoughts about you, nice thoughts about you, okay? So that shows me very positive. Yeah, there is some healing within you. Spirit is saying, so you've got some things to heal within you. Okay, and also, again, a bit like that Chariot card, you know, taking action in your thoughts. The white horse indicates positive thoughts. The black horse indicates negative thoughts. Okay, so you're straight away condemning the relationship because you're thinking, oh, you know, does he only want me for one thing? Well, that's self-concept issues. Because if you knew you were good enough and beautiful, you'd be like, no, of course he fucking wants me. Okay? Take him off your pedestal. That is number one. Nobody is ever above you. People are just there to enhance your life. They are not above you. They are not a priority above your own self. Okay? So you've got some healing to do. Yes, he does think nice things about you. When he thinks of you, he does have issues with the children. So they have been an issue lately. So it's just that, okay, Spirit said we brought that out in his energy to so that you don't think, oh, is he just blagging me? Oh, another excuse that the kids are ill. Or something's wrong with the kids so that he doesn't see me. Or it's just another excuse. Spirit is saying no. Okay, there was something with the children here. Okay, but when he thinks about you, there's loving energy. You do need to do some healing in your self and your self-concept here. So let's bring in some more. Yeah, he thinks very highly of you, but you don't think highly enough of yourself. self-concept. I do self-concept affirmations every morning, throughout the day, in the evening, okay? Yeah, allow your heart and soul to sing with passion. Allow passion to come in. Okay, you're the only one stopping this relationship being what you want it to be because of your limiting beliefs and your assumptions. Okay, and the things you're telling yourself, or you're reacting to things because of your own self-concept. Okay, so look at the stories that you're telling yourself when you're chattering away to yourself in your head all day long. What are you saying to him in your head all day long? Because they hear it. You're attached by energy. We're all attached by energy. Yeah, messages. More communication between you, or else he'll be messaging you to ask you to do something. But you've really got to free yourself from those negativeness that you're telling yourself. Just pull in one more here. Yeah, in order to move forward, you've got the dice around your neck. Okay, so which way are you gonna roll those dice to spin the wheel? Okay, meaning your future is in your hands. It depends which way you throw the dice. Hello, Tara. Was thinking about you earlier today. Thinking I haven't seen you for a while. And here you are. So, sorry, Ellie, to round it off, no, I don't feel he is using you. He does think very positively about you. I think this can go further. It's just that you're not allowing it to because of your thoughts about yourself, your thoughts about him, and your thoughts about the relationship. Love overall, relationships overall. Start turning it round to what you want to be seeing, my lovely. Hello, Tonya, my lovely. Right, so I'm just refunding the lady from earlier. Okay, good. Yes, you do, Tonya. Don't forget to pop your question in the PayPal. Annette, I don't do credit cards. You can pay on your credit card through the PayPal link. You don't need to have a PayPal account. I have lots of people who pay just using their card through PayPal. It's just like a service as a secure payment. Depending on where you are, depends on the time. And the details of the different readings I do are in the description box below any of my videos, my lovely. Oh no. I know, it's been really annoying me that I seem to think of do one simple thought about something and it bloody happens. I did something else the other day. I was like, for goodness sake. I only thought about it once and it bloody happened. Right, Tonya, let's see what you put. Oh dear, none of you are listening to the advice about not reacting. Honestly, ladies, or any men that are listening, when you've worked on your self-concept, you don't argue with anybody because you know that everyone is you pushed out. So basically you're arguing with yourself. Okay, so it's like I say, it's not going to tell me whether he was telling the truth or not, because like I said, my spirit guides aren't interested in 8-ball questions. Okay, oh, did he lie to me tonight? Yes, he did. Oh, fuck. Did he lie to me? No, he didn't. Oh, okay. Okay, so they will literally bring through what they want you to know about it. So I suggest you go and work on your self-concept and change the story about him that you got in your head. and work out why you were triggered. Oh, I wish I could get most of you to have a one-to-one conversation with me, because I'd soon be rooting out all your problems. That is for sure. None of you would have to live in the shit that you're in. Okay. So again, for you, Antonia, you can revise the argument. Okay, had a lady in here earlier who argued with her person, okay, due to her own insecurities. However, you can revise the argument. So I suggest you do that as your first port of call. Okay, that means when you go, between now and going to bed, you don't think about the argument. If you do, then you think about it how you would have liked it to have gone. So was it face to face or over the telephone? If it was face to face, then imagine that the evening went how you wanted it to or would have liked it to. You could have spent the night together. He could have left it, gone home. Okay, as he left, he said, I love you. I will see you tomorrow, or I'll catch up with you soon. I'll ring you tomorrow. If it was on the phone, then make sure that you have the conversation that you would have liked, with him showering you with love and affection, and then ending the call with, I love you, I will speak to you tomorrow. Right, then revise the story. Okay, remember, nothing is set in stone. You can revise the story to how you wanted it to be. What happens then when you revise something like that, what happens then is that your person has no recollection of it, so therefore they're not angry with you, or they apologize. Okay? So you've taken the power back off the negative, and you've dispersed that negativity. Okay, yes. You were nagging him, or you were arguing with him, or something from your own insecurities. So this for me is like a needy person, okay? Oh, how can I word it? So like, you're having a thing and you say, well, God, it could have been about anything, okay? Right, okay, so about trust. We seem to be having a lot of trust issues tonight with ladies. Okay, so obviously if you've got a trust issue, it comes from you. Remember, everybody is a mirror of you, a reflection. People are messengers of your thoughts. So you have to look at yourself and look at why you don't trust men, or why you don't trust him. Or, it could be from your parents might have broken up when you were little. It could be from a multitude of things, okay? Basically comes down to that fear of rejection and a fear of abandonment, because you're second best. You don't see yourself as first best. Okay, so you came across as, to him, needy, desperate, argumentative, clingy behavior, okay? Yeah, okay, it's definitely a trust issue here. So he is now a little bit like, is she always going to be like this? Is she never going to trust me? Are we going to keep going around in circles like this? Okay, so your energy, your self-concept needs to change. Yeah, so okay, so you change that. We're creators, not reactors. So you need to change the story. You don't need to open your mouth and why did you turn your phone off? What's your problem? What are you hiding? What are you doing? Okay, no. Knowing what I do now, okay, if that was me, I would be in my head. He always leaves his phone on. He's a loyal, faithful boyfriend. He only has eyes for me. I can trust him 100% because he's me pushed out. So if I don't trust him, I don't trust myself. Okay, so reacting gets you absolutely nowhere. When we react, it blows up in our face and we're left with a bad taste in our mouths. Okay, so when you create what you want to be seeing, they have to conform. So change the story. You don't like it when he turns the phone off? Right, that pisses you off. So start changing the story. What do you want to be seeing? That he leaves his phone on. I'm his priority. I'm important. Thank you very much. He's loyal and faithful. He's only got eyes for me. He's not interested in anybody else. You know, he might have had his mother ringing him up every 5 minutes. Okay? He might have had a friend who's been bugging him all day. And he thought, you know what, I'm with Tonya. I want to have peace and quiet. Let's turn this fucking chat off or whatever. Okay? Could have been in a group chat. But straight away you went to insecure you. Why you turned your phone off? So your assumption was he's hiding something from me. I bet he's talking to somebody else. Why would he turn his phone off? It could have been a number of things, okay? Yeah, now he's all knotted up thinking, okay? Because although he may be on the surface now, you may have smoothed things over, he's now on edge with you. That's all that's happened here is now he's like, oh, you know, oh, don't know. Got a, you know, jealousy one here, doesn't trust me, whatever. I'm not getting my liar card out, so I can't tell you, you know, I don't feel that he lied to you. I'm not 100% saying he didn't, but I'm not 100% saying he did. Okay, I don't know. I can't answer it. The energy that's coming from him is that he is now worried about you. Okay, oh God, you know, am I going to have this every time? Is she a bit of a loose cannon here? You know, we always going to argue. So let's look at advice for you on this. Yeah, this card for me is a truthful guy. Okay, I actually like this King of Swords. The King of Swords in this deck, I don't like. It is somebody who is in no contact with you, is telling you to drop off the face of earth. This one, he's not. He's open. His body language is open. It's a sword, so he speaks his truths. Okay, so this to me is not a liar. You need to trust more in him and you need to have more trust in yourself. Okay, taking that leap of faith here. So having more trust here. Yeah, so Spirit is saying, my lovely, pay attention to the red flags. Okay, the signs are cautioning you. This comes out when you've got to pay attention to your ego thoughts. okay? Your assumptions, your limiting beliefs, okay? Change the story. And extend your light-hearted energy rather than your ego energy. So what I would do is I would totally revise what happened. Okay, whether, you know, even if you're talking to each other now and you've made up, I would still revise it so that that nasty taste is washed away with mouthwash, put it that way. Yes, there definitely needs to be more peace between you. This is a church. Okay, there's 3 things about this card. Peace, more peace between you. Okay, the pillars, building on a firm foundation, and a church. You can get married to this person, okay, but you've got to put the work in. Work on your self-concept so that you're not triggered, so that you're not suspicious, so that you're not jealous. I have women who are so hell-bent, they're a liar, they're up to something because of your beliefs in yourself, okay, and your beliefs in them, that their person, even if they haven't done anything at this current time, when they've come for a reading, okay, it may take a couple of weeks, but what happens, your thoughts create. Okay, so if you are hell-bent on it, he has no choice but to cheat on you or go off with somebody else. That is how it works. That is the law of assumption. If you assume he's cheating on you or he's gone off with somebody else, then my lovely, he's got to play that part. So nip those thoughts in the bud. Let's start changing this around before you end up in no contact. You can get him back. Doesn't matter if it takes 20 times. Doesn't matter if he went off and got married tomorrow. You can still get him back. Okay, so start changing your thoughts on you around and him. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the what? Highest energy of all. Love, joy, peace, gratitude. Okay? We spend too much time moaning and bitching about people in our lives rather than being grateful that they're in it in the first place. And for the things that they do. Again, you can have a beautiful relationship with that card. Okay, so start turning this around, my lovely. You can either have children together or a new start and a new beginning, but you do need to victory and success. See, all the other cards are positive cards if you get out of your negative thinking here and pressing the destruct button on yourself and the relationship. Okay, good. So you might bump into him, but we will see what Spirit has here. Okay. Okay, in his energy, Linda, he is very up and down in his emotions when he still thinks about you here. Okay, something, he still needs to release something here, or he's telling you that you still need to release something, because remember, he's a mirror of you. So his higher self could be saying, look, you still need to release something within you, and there is something you still need to release here. Sometimes we think we're doing all the work, but actually we aren't. So indecision, he could still be a little bit indecisive, okay? But also you could be, you know, do I follow my heart? Do I follow my ego as well? Okay, so is he with anybody else, Linda? Is that what he needs to release as well? Or is he single? Because I do have a card that can signify third party or circumstances. So I know that distance is one as well. So that may be something, because it's come out in your resistance and doubts, sort of two things here, the distance and also the, oh, right. Okay. So that needs to be released as well. The third party. Okay, good. Okay. So Spirit is saying going forward between you, you know, you will be back together again. Things will be peaceful between you here. But the third party needs to be removed. But the seeds that you're sowing, okay, will grow and you will harvest them. Ignore the now, okay? It's just sort of the harvest card, a bit like the Seven of Pentacles. The seeds that you planted will grow, okay? So in your, why hasn't it happened? Because there's still judgment here. You've got to release that, okay? So have you been judging yourself? Especially we do when people are with somebody else. You know, what's she got that I haven't got? Why is he still with her? Hopefully by now, listening to me, you've withdrawn your energy from the third party, so you're not thinking about her. But it doesn't mean that you're perhaps still not judging yourself or judging him or the situation. What's in your... that's why it hasn't happened yet, okay? In resistance and doubts, because he's in no contact, because he's not with you, okay? He's away from you here. So you're still focusing on, he's 4 hours away from me. How's this going to happen? When's this going to happen? Okay, you don't need to figure that bit out, Linda, okay? Remember, if you're waking up every day as his wife or his girlfriend, then that has to come in. Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully you've not been thinking about the third party anymore. What to do? Really follow your intuition, your heart, not your ego. Okay, she's got her eyes closed, so she's not looking at the 3D. She's not looking at the timing. Okay, she just knows in her heart, he's mine. Okay, and you're talking to him. Remember, inner conversations are very powerful as well. Talking to him, he's there. Okay, you can talk to him at any time, because your imagination creates. So it is him talking. Whatever you're hearing, whatever you're saying, is him talking, because you're creating that, and that's what gets pushed out. Okay, for you, you are blossoming. Spirit is acknowledging here that you are blossoming, you are growing. So enjoy the journey of your own soul's growth, because you're becoming a better person. Okay, so well done. I don't feel that you will necessarily meet up with him or see him on this trip. Don't worry. Okay, that's not your end. That's not your end. So keep persisting until you get to your end. Remember, the 3D is behind. Okay, what you want already exists. The time lag is you just believing it, knowing it, and feeling it. Okay. So just release any judgment about yourself. So self-concept will override that. Okay, don't worry about the distance. It will work out beautifully. It's your story. So if you're happy to move to where he is, that's your new story. If you want him to move to where you are, that's your story. It's your story you're creating. Okay, but really keep following your heart. Closing your eyes to the 3D, not letting anything in the 3D affect you. You know what you want within. You know it's going to get born into the 3D. At some point when it is time. Yes, definitely not wallowing in old emotions here. But you're getting better. You are growing. You are blossoming. So you are changing. As Neville Goddard used to say as well, you know, we have to kill off the old man, the old you, the old ego, death of the ego. Yeah, that indecision and that puzzle. So you're still a little bit indecisive, because if he's indecisive, it's because you're indecisive. So really look at, are you more in your heart, or are you still tending to have little negative thoughts and conversations in the day? He will be back though, definitely, with that lovers and the peaceful and this card getting to know each other. So I know he's, you know, he will be back, definitely. And you will live together. So there you go. Just get more balanced. Okay, like this water vessel. Are you looking at things as half full or half empty? Okay. How are you really, when you logically start to let your logic come in, are you thinking, you know, oh, but how's he going to leave her, and when's he going to leave her, and where's he going to live, and how long is it going to take? That's your logic. You can't consciously create from logic. It has to be from your imagination. If you let logic come into it, you are putting limitations on it straight away. But, you know, go to your, you know, when you go away, you're doing it for you. You're doing it to be, you know, visiting family. So remember, you're the goddess. You're doing it for you. You know you're the, you know, priority. You know you're good enough. You're going to have a lovely time with your family. You're not missing out on an opportunity, Spirit is telling you here. So don't feel if you go there that you come away and you haven't seen him or heard from him or anything, or even if you are there and you hear rumor, oh, him and his person are happily together or whatever, okay, they're happy together. It just means that he's shifting his happiness to be with you. Okay, don't react to the 3D. La, 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 yeah, right, whatever. Okay, that's not my story. I'm not reacting to it. I don't give a fuck. This is what's real. And this is what's going to be happening. Okay? But enjoy your time with your brother. Spirit is saying you're not missing, you know, like I say, even if you come away and you haven't heard a dicky bird or nothing's happened, don't come away thinking, oh, have I missed an opportunity? Why didn't it happen? Am I not doing this right? No, Spirit is saying it's just not the right time. There's still some releasing you have to do. You're not lined up enough to allow it to come in, because part of you is still micromanaging the details of how it's going to happen and how it could logically work. Good, good, good. Hello, Stormy, my lovely. I did go to reply to your thing, but I thought that you had sorted it because of your situation within yourself. I don't want to say any more publicly, but you know what I mean, Ari. Yes, we are still open for business. Remember, Linda, when you know in your heart that there's something more still to come and that he's yours. Okay, so it's already done. So that alleviates 50% of your worrying. He's mine, okay? I know it's going to happen. That's good enough. If you can't get into the feeling of feeling like it, okay? Just in the knowing, I know this is going to happen. But working on your self-concept as well and not micromanaging the bits in between. You don't need to figure out any details. It's not your job. You just see it as being done and it will all play out for you. To be sure, to be sure, to be sure. It is done. That's always a good one to say. No, it's done. I don't need to figure anything out. It's done. Thank you. I know, Linda, you listened to the dailies, Linda, and tomorrow's one for the 21st is all about sort of, although you're not seeing anything, it is coming. Okay? You'll understand when you hear it. Okay, I've got Stormy first, pipped you to the post, Iman, and then you, Iman. Is there something in the water today? There's some... Oh dear. Right, Stormy, let's do you before we get to Iman, who has pissed off her person as well. Green Magic Home getting built in Nashville, by the way. Ooh, good, good, good. Right, then, my lovely. Let's have a look at you and your SP. So this is Stormy's reading, then I will be doing Iman. I know we just had a full moon, so it turned you all into werewolves. Yeah, residual full moons, turning all the women into werewolves, getting their sharp claws and teeth out. Right, okay. Good job I just cut my claws then, isn't it? Ooh, interesting. Okay. Paddy. Okay. Right. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Right, in his energy, Stormy, we have nice emotions when he thinks about you, okay? Now, I've got work here and broken heart and feeling pressured. But I sometimes feel that he's doing a song about how he feels about you. I know you just said you think he's done one, but I think there's another one en route here, okay? Definitely working on things energetically as well, okay? Working on, I don't even think these are linked to that. I just, nice emotions. Look at all the pink, so it's nice emotions, okay? Feeling that fuzzy feeling. Work. Keep working on things as well, I heard just then. I just feel that there's a song coming here, but again, still pressured with work as well. Between the two of you, feeling like you've hit the jackpot, okay? There is still healing family issues. It's just healing overall. So a little bit of healing there as well. So he's still tucked away in his man cave here. Okay, he is sort of tucked away still. But Spirit is saying, yes, things are moving along behind the scenes. Now, right. Spirit is saying to you, keep working your magic, okay? Keep having fun in your 4D world, okay? Keep having fun in your 4D world. in your resistance and doubts, just take that leap of faith. Know that it's done. It's done. Okay, it's done. What you can do is stop overthinking things. Okay, just release anything, any old story, old thoughts about yourself, thoughts about him, thoughts about the situation, the relationship. Any old story needs to go. Okay, release it all. Still on track. Okay. Yes, good. Let's see what else comes out as we put cards away. Sometimes things come out. Yeah, again, stop overthinking. 2 cards showing me you might still be sort of overthinking. We can't help it. I do it even though I'm on my best mental diet every now and again. Okay. Be strong. Changes are happening. And you will have that rebirth together. Looks a bit like your greenhouse as well. So it might be when you move that things take off more as well. Anyway, that's me just putting a limiting belief on that, so don't listen to that. Love life going to a next level, okay? Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So that's showing you that things will shift. There are changes coming in. You're going to feel like you've hit the jackpot. Keep yourself on your pedestal. Again, keep yourself on your pedestal. Focus on what you want. You'll get what you want. Release any attachment to any outcomes or anything there. Spirit is guiding the 2 of you together. Good. I do like the little extras. Just keep balanced. Good, good. Right. Good, good. Just could eat a curry. Right, let's deal with the next werewolf. Well, Stormy wasn't a werewolf. She was okay with hers. She hadn't had a moment. There's always a chance for it to grow, Iman. Remember, you're writing your story. How you want things to be is how you're going to get things. So again, being mindful of your thoughts about yourself, him, the connection, relationships overall, men overall, love overall. Aries, right. Hey, did it? goodness sake, I keep catching them, that's why. Okay, yes, very much in his energy, Iman is like in your talks or what you said to him is like, what the fuck? Look at him sat there going, well, what happened then? Okay, it's like he's saying to you, you need to sort yourself out, you need to heal. Okay, so Spirit is saying you need to bring in that healing energy. Okay, to you need to do some healing. He is serious about you. Okay, but Spirit is saying you need to pay attention to the negative thoughts that you're having here. You can have him if you want him. If you want a future with him, you can have a future with him. But you do, again, the little cross. I know it's like the George's cross or whatever here. Okay, but it always reminds me that what you want, you can have. You're still on this journey, but you do still need to do some healing within you. And Spirit's advice for you is, look, it is your world. You're creating your world, not other people. Your conscious awareness of yourself and other people is what you're experiencing. So it's your world. What do you want? Again, your outside world is a mirror of you. So when you're all going into she-wolves and ripping your men apart here, okay, because every reading I've had is your fault, not your person's fault. They've triggered you, yes, but you're blaming them. You've made me unhappy. You need to make this right. Okay, you've pissed me off. Well, you're just looking in the mirror, so you're shouting at yourself. Remember, everyone is a messenger of your thoughts about you, them, or the relationship or the situation. The same with work colleagues, okay? Anybody. If you don't like how somebody's treating you, you have to look at the story you have about them. And also yourself. Why are you being triggered? I've worked on my self-concept enough that I don't get triggered. Before, like I say, my claws would be out, the hairs on my back would be up, and I'd have shredded somebody in a second. Now I know that everybody's me pushed out. I just look at what's coming at me and think, you know what? Yeah, I remember having that thought, or yeah, that's an insecurity within me, or oh, I don't remember having that thought, but I've created it somewhere along the line, so I need to change the story. Change the story. What is your wish fulfilled? And most importantly, work on your self-concept. If you're not valuing, respecting, loving, knowing you're good enough, then how is anybody else? Because it will be short-lived. They're not here to babysit you. Right, okay. No, 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 Iman. Right, if that is your belief and you're seeing him as someone separate to you, you're not going to get what you want in this relationship, because you've just written the part for him. He is egotistical and he needs to heal first. Then, my lovely, you're going to be waiting a long goddamn time. So your claws and your sharp teeth are going to be shredding him every fucking 5 minutes. Love. Angel of love, loving energy. Okay, it's not about your person. They are acting the part you've given them, and you've just given him a shit role. He's not egotistical and he doesn't need to heal. He is loving and doting, and he is my loyal, faithful man. He showers me with love and affection. I'm all he thinks about. Or just carry on ripping his head off. It's your choice, but don't come crying to me, my lovely. Go cry to somebody else. Right. Because unless you change within you, there's no one to change but yourself. And if you don't, then, my lovely, you're going to be waiting a long time. Oh, Siobhan, you need to elaborate more on more of a question, please. It could be any situation. Spirit will just give you what you need to know if you're general like that, my lovely, so it's not going to look at your actual question. Right. Cleo. Now, remember, Cleo, I only go to 12 months. Okay? I don't go into the future because you're constantly having 60,000 thoughts a day. So you're constantly rewriting your future. Okay? This is just really the energy of what your current energy is, and if you stay in this energy, the likely outcome. Okay, if you shift energy, then you've shifted the outcome. That's why I always say a tarot reading is never set in stone. I was going to say, if you two had an argument as well or something, because it was taking ages to come out and then the tower comes out. So I don't know if you two have had a fallout. Right, okay. No, it seems to be something within him. Some wake-up call, some realization, because Spirit is guiding him towards you here. So things falling apart where he is, something falling down in his life so that he can be with you. Let's carry on. Ooh. Just say it's easy, Wendy. I understand everything I need to about physics, and it is easy for me. Keep repeating that, and Spirit will guide you. Well, your higher self will guide you to the knowledge you need. Yeah, you've got a very strong spiritual connection here. Okay? So that's why Spirit is guiding him to you. Let's carry on. I don't answer pregnancy questions, so I will refund your money, my lovely. And also, as it says in my description box, you know, life-changing things. I can't remember what I've actually got written there, but you can go and see what it says. What do it says? Please use your all readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please use your own discretion when making life decisions. And I certainly would not give you any advice on whether to keep a baby or not. Right, okay. So we've done his energy, Chewy, Cleo, okay? So here, Spirit is saying, now with this house, I'm getting two things. The two of you can live together in the future, okay? But also, one of you may be thinking of moving at the moment, okay? So it may have come up because of that, but I do feel that the two of you will live together one day. So stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Things are moving forward between you, but it's very slow because you've got a lot of emotions weighing this down, okay? When the water is gushing, the water will go slower because there's more volume of water, and the water is your emotions. For the advice for you, the choice is yours. It's your decision. You're the one that's about to take that leap onto one of these horses. So are you going to choose the positive horse? Staying optimistic, thinking positively, and having faith in what your heart is telling you and not your ego? Or are you going to go on the negative horse and let ego win over your heart? The choice is yours. There are romantic feelings there, so trust what your heart is telling you and not what your ego is telling you, or what the 3D is telling you, because the 3D is old news. Right, Siobhan, I will go and 888. I will go and refund your money now, my lovely. So let me log into PayPal. I think, ladies, when we are doing the lives, we're going to have to post more regularly about no legal pregnancy health things, okay? So that we don't have this. Unless, Siobhan, you want to, sorry, I keep saying your name and it's totally different to your account. Unless you want to ask another question, 888, it is up to you. Speak now before I refund it. No, not seeing anything, so I'm going to refund that one then. I think she's already gone, Wendy. God, that hour went quick. Blimey. Right. Issued the refund. It is done. Got to share. It's not very polite to sit there munching chocolate in front of us all when we can't have any. Oh, I know where you live. I'll use my wolf, my wolf senses to come and sniff you out at 1,000 miles away. I'd love to go and visit you all. When I'm a multimillionaire, darlings, I will come and land on your doorsteps. Oh, peanut butter whiskey. I don't like whiskey myself. Let's just say it's on my bucket list to get together with some of my peeps who have supported me on my channel as well and whose lives I've helped to change. I like peanut butter, yes. One of your affirmations could be that, Wendy, about physics. Oh, my ears are ringing. pressure change in the camp. No. Do something else around that that would seem natural to you. Remember, whenever I'm giving out affirmations, they've got to feel natural to your way of thinking. So you might have to adapt it a little bit. Oh, another one you could do is, I know exactly what to do to achieve success. Or, I know exactly what to do to pass my physics exams. That's another one you could have. I know all the answers to my exam. Then the universe will make sure that all your exam papers are questions you know. I know all the answers to pass my physics exam. That's a good one, actually, because if in your reality everything you assume to be true, so if you're assuming you know all the answers to your physics exam, then the paper must be at least 80% questions you can answer, or the pass mark you need. Yeah, I'd be no good without a calculator. I'd wish I knew what I did now from when I was at school. I would have said maths was easy. I was all right at English. I just couldn't. I hated maths with a passion. And definitely physics. I dropped physics anyway. Exactly. There is no such thing as a hard question. It's just whether you know the answer or not. Yes, exactly. You know how to do it, or it comes to you easily. Okay, it's gone quiet in the camp, so I'm going to call it a night. So, don't know how to do all the emojis saying it's, well, it doesn't matter anyway. If anybody is watching and you are thinking of paying, can you just let me know before I do slither off? Because I will hold on for you. If not, then I will go. No. Okay then, my lovelies. Don't forget, Friday night, mentoring night on, what's it called? Instagram. Saturday night, be back on here for the lives. And then it'll be Monday again. Addison, what time on Saturday? 7, 7:30 or 8 your time? Just drop it in here quickly so that I know before I go. £7. Okay, perfect. I will contact you then, my lovely, on FaceTime. Speak to you then. Bye. Thank you for your help. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, all of you. Bye.